Hello everybody and welcome back to our little farming adventure. Now, this was not the video I had planned for today. Originally, today's video was supposed to be the fantasy series, but the fantasy series is taking me a bit longer to actually get set up because of how I want to do the story and everything else like that. So we are doing a filler episode, which is fine. I've loved playing in this world, and we already have what we want to do in this world next anyway. I think I'm actually going to expand this out a little bit, but before I go doing all of that, before I go through editing how this looks or anything, this is actually going to be our storage area. I have it set up. It is the perfect thickness across for I can put chests in between all of these, and back here. And then this is going to be one greenhouse. I may expand this one by one more set. And then this is also another greenhouse off of it. This is just going to be a rather large building because this is going to be all of our storage and all of my main production for my wood resources in particular. Now I say that because I'm actually having to expand oak production. This is going to be just oak trees in this one. Why? Because oak is the building block I use 95% of the time I'm building in this area. Oh, some of the stuff is actually starting to age. About time. I've been sitting here waiting on this stuff to start aging. Also, this did get finished. I've actually been in there and bred up a few more chickens in between episodes. But that is now fully done. I'm glad to see some of it's actually starting to age. Since it's all really close together, it's not going to age all that quickly. But there are quite a few more chickens in there. Hopefully, I'll be able to get in there and breed some more up later. And these guys are both up to expert at this point with how much I've been trading to them. Because they are my main emerald suppliers right now. And to continue catching you up on what's going on throughout all of this, this is now hit full level 30 enchantment. If I put anything in here, this is now full level 30, which means I can go ahead and go through and finish decorating this area. Lizard dude is still stuck in here. There he is. Let's see. Probably the villagers would be the next thing. You'll see I have some... Oh, sounds like there's new baby villagers in there. Good. But I've been waiting to get more villagers because I need a weaponsmith or a toolsmith in general. Oh, we actually have two. But this is where I got those warp lattices from. This is a botanist. This is where I can get moss and stuff from him. Just in between episodes. Not to mention flower pots, which are really good for botany pots. I do have a farmer over here that takes both cabbage and potatoes. And then, of course, I have my mending librarian. I have not got enough emeralds to actually trade for a mending book just yet. I did a bookshelf trade so I could lock him in. But I am looking towards getting enough emeralds to be able to do that. And also, this storage area is now in place. I don't know what I'm going to use the storage area for just yet. But this is what my plan was for this area, was to make it a bigger storage area. I'm thinking maybe a stone area, maybe put my stone, my like stonemason's table and then the stone cutter and then my furnaces and stuff back there. And make this kind of like a stone area. Because quite a few of my tables and stuff are going to move as I'm building up more buildings. So this table and this are probably going to move in there, and I'm probably going to move this cabinet with it. I'm going to take these heads out of here. But that is not the goal for today. Today, also, I found out something. I'll bring this guy down here. Look. They make noise. I wonder if the chicken one makes noise. It does. Split. You know what? We'll wear the sheep one for now. There we go. Chicken dude can go up there. But I've had to convert these into being oak recently because I'm actually running so low on oak wood. My one botany pot was not keeping up. I do need to move a bit of this out though, so that this can actually have room to keep going. I've also started growing sugarcane where the potatoes once were. And I started growing potatoes down here where the wheat was originally, because I have an entire wheat field that produces 364s of wheat every time I use it. So I have plenty. Oh my word. I have so much stuff that needs to be stored. This is the reason we're building a storage area today. Okay. This probably isn't going to be nearly enough materials to get me started, but I need to start somewhere. This building is going to be primarily stone, just like our little animal huts that we have. It's going to be primarily stone, and it's going to have greenhouses like that one coming off of it. So I'm going to start just with the main structure, and then I want to figure out how I want these guys to sit on it. Okay, and there we go. The framework of the building is in. Well, by framework, I mean the actual edges of the building are established now. I did make this one bigger because this one is going to take place, or take the place, of the greenhouse that is in my starter house. So it's going to have all of my base game crops. It's going to have all the base game trees in it. And it's probably, I don't know if I want to put my swamp oak over here. I think I want to make a separate area for the swamp oak specifically. Because, hold on, there we go. Because swamp oak, just like oak, is a building resource I use. So I'm probably going to put the oak all across the back of here, and then put swamp oak like in these little areas over here. Just so I have all my building resources right here together. And then have all the trees, all the base game trees in here, and then all the base game crops in here as well. So there's that. Now, my next goal is to get a floor in here. I don't want to use stone. I have such a dwindling amount of stone as it is, so I'm probably going to find some other floor type to use. I don't know quite what floor I'm going to use just yet. Okay, and there we go. Flooring is in. This is actually swamp oak. I went in to go check to see if swamp oak had any other variants I could really use, and find out it's actually in with the mod chipped. So I was able to find quite a few different patterns for it. This is just the one I went with because all of the connecting patterns kind of looked a little bit weird to me. So I didn't really want to use any of those. But now we have a floor in this place. And I can now turn towards actually doing the framework of the building. Okay, for right now, the building looks a little bit wonky, but it does have a full set of walls around it. I do love having the greenhouses actually attached to this building because it brings in light due to the fact of this has to be completely stone all the way around, because I'm not putting windows inside these stone walls. It helps it look a bit better. Also, these interior ones are going to eventually be stripped oak or just oak planks at some point. I don't know how I'm going to do this just yet, but this is not staying the same. This is just for counting purposes, and there is now another cat. I did try taming this one. It did not work, and it is now taunting me by just hanging around where I'm working. But this is now complete. Now, next step, I've got to get the roof in place, which is probably going to be the biggest pain. Okay, and there we go. Roof is all completely in place. I also put in this little bit. This underneath here is going to be a chest storage area. This up here is probably an area where a lot of my workstations are going to go. I'm going to have a duplicate of every single one of the workstations in this area, just so I can have like a botany table, a loom, the redstone table, the alchemy table, things of that nature. I'm going to need those at some point. So I figured, why not put them up here? Also, I've been debating what to do back here. I think right here is going to be where I'm going to have my crafting area. And then I have to figure out what all I need in here. Because I think this can turn into another chest area right here. Just so I can have more chests in the area. I think this one's going to be mainly plants and stuff. And then this one's going to be more bulk storage. So like woods, stones, mob drops, things of that nature are going to go back here. But I think my next step is to get all of my botany pots moved in so I know exactly what I need and where I need them. Okay, and there we go. A very functional space put in. I don't know why that one keeps glowing. It's weird. It's just sweet berries. That's all this is. And it's the only one that's doing that for some weird reason. But we have both of our crop areas going. We have an entire storage area down here. And this is now a loft for my personal storage, as well as just my bed and stuff. And then we also have an area down here for our tables. Now, I still need to re-get a few of the tables. Like, there's still the woodworking table, there's still the botany table I still have to get back. There's a few other tables and shit that I just blatantly don't have. Like the loom that I could probably get, but I haven't made yet. But yeah, that is this building completely done. Storage has been moved out of the other house. I am still going to keep this house. It's not like this house is changing. This is still the starter house. I'm going to redo the interior of it to have it be a little bit less of a workable house that I had originally and turn it into more of a just an aesthetic home. Like, there's going to be a small kitchen down here. There's going to be some cabinets for storage over here. I'm going to put in a new bed and make a whole new bedroom up here. And then, of course, I'm going to come in here and put in, like, aesthetic plants instead of the necessary botany pots that I need to keep materials going. But that is going to be all for this episode. I know not a whole lot done. All I did was move my base to over here into the new storage room and just set up a whole new chest system and stuff like that. But that actually took a few hours to do. If you know storage systems and how much time it takes to move stuff over, I've been recording for about 3 hours. That's how long it took me to move everything over and build up this building. So the building itself took me about an hour, hour and a half, and then it took me another hour and a half to move everything over here while also leveling up villagers and stuff like that. So, yeah. Another building? Check. Now, next episode, I'm actually going to be working in this area. This is going to be our sheep farm. That is my next goal, is to get the sheep farm in place next episode. Which means I have a lot of cobblestone grind I've got to do. So that's going to be fun. And then after we get the sheep area in place, I kind of want to build another building in this area. I think it's going to be like a small smithy over here. Now, why am I putting a smithy inside my little farming area? Because farmers need tools and stuff like that. So the villagers, like my toolsmith and my stonemason and stuff, can move over into this building. All my villagers, I kind of want to spread them out so I can keep getting more villagers. So the building over here is going to be a 2-story. Kind of like this one and this one. It's going to be another 2-story over here. Just so we can have the villagers upstairs, and then downstairs have a bit more of a decorative with all of my stone tables and all of my like stone cutters, my actual forge, stuff of that nature. Have it actually be functional and slightly aesthetic towards the bottom, and then have villagers upstairs. Because last thing we need is villagers doing villager things. And in between episodes, I will be continuing the path, as well as just doing my general grind for cobblestone, because that's a never-ending necessary material that I cannot just AFK for. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.